Alright everyone, so I had the most interesting game just barely happen to me. So let's step through these wonder choices. I'm playing against guzang. I ended up looking up guzang's uh, win rate, and guzang's ELO is a 241 from South Korea, member since February 26th. So this is like a 241 level kind of player, 43% win rate, um, and yeah, I end up not doing so hot against this opponent. But then I think, okay, so this is probably a rising star. But then they go and lose against another opponent who's about a 273 as well. So it gets me kind of frustrated when I kind of look at this and see, wait, I just lost against kind of just kind of middle of the road player, and I start thinking that in the beginning based on these wonder choices. So hear me out, just as we go through the wonder choices. Tell me with these choices right here, you got Mausoleum is a no extra turn. Piraeus is an extra turn, great wonder. Temple of Artemis, even better wonder. Then Hanging Gardens, also extra turn, got a lot of great things for that too. So 3 extra turns, which one does he pick? He picks Piraeus. Okay, then I think, okay, this is great for the second player. I'm going to have 2 extra turns. Okay. And then we step forward, I pick an extra turn, the Appian Way, and I think, okay, he's going to take the Sphinx and probably Circus Maximus, take out a silver card of mine, probably hurt my economy, and I'm going to end up with Colossus, right? So he'll have 2 extra turns, I'll have 3 extra turns. That'll be great, right? Well, what ends up happening is he takes both of the military wonders. So that makes me think, okay, maybe he's going to go for a military strategy, which I'm okay with that. I can defend against a military strategy very well. I can't remember the last time I've been beaten in military. It's been forever. I'm thinking that's fine with me. Um, so my thought going into this is because he chose to take a bunch of military wonders, I now have 4 extra turn wonders. I can't lose, right? Like 4 extra turn wonders, that's the dream. That's the position I want to be in. And I recently, as you can see in my history last video, I lost a science actually. I lost for somebody. They played all science the whole game and beat me in that. So with his initial pick being a science card here, I think, come on, not again. I'm just going to take the other science from him before I run into the other 4 brown resources. The problem being one of the brown resources is a no coiner, so he's going to get that because I went for the science. So he gets that, gets the stone, and then I think, okay, no problem. I'm going to need stone as well, but hold on, new card just appeared, the press. I'm going to need papyrus, so I take that. After taking it, I realized, okay, he's got the Circus Maximus, which costs 6 right now. As soon as he builds that, taking that press would have been worthless. So before he destroys that, I want to build some of these wonders that use the press. Makes sense. Okay, then my opponent ends up going for resources at this point, not wanting to reveal any cards, taking the brick. He's already got stone anyways. Why not give me the chance to take some stone? I like that the Hanging Gardens is a pretty cheap wonder, and the Temple of Artemis. And Hanging Gardens use a lot of wood, so I switch it up, do wood. I realize he might take the stone and then have a monopoly on stone for the first stage, taking the 2 stone cards that are out there, but I plan on taking the stone reserve. So he moves through, discarding or playing a military, which also surprised me as well. Like, why take a military in the first age that guarantees that you're not going to go first in the second age and miss out on an extra turn or whatever? So I'm already thinking this is going to be an easy battle. He's chosen the way of death, choosing military so early. I take this military and discard it for coins. I think, hey, that'd be great if he goes all in military, and then I And then I can just use these extra turns to stop him from going all in, getting too far down in military, and I can win in points or something else. I'm not about to try to beat him in military because, as you can see, he's got 3 shields to my no shields with Wonders, but he doesn't do that. He doesn't go for the military. He takes the stone. Now he's got a monopoly on stone. Every stone's going to cost me at least 4 coins. I don't want that to happen. So I'm really eyeing this stone reserve right now. And I have 5 coins, which is not good. Because if you have 6 coins, you can afford to take 2 yellow cards, one after the other. That's the sweet spot. For me, at least, that's how I feel. 6 coins, I feel comfortable. So for my turn, of course, I'm taking the clay reserve. But I really don't want him to reveal that stone reserve, and then I miss out on getting any stone. Don't want to enter the next stage with no chance of getting any stone. Right, so he's got the opportunity to take baths, which is going to be a good amount of points. I'm sorry, my bad. I take baths, discard it. I was really glad that he didn't get rid of the palisade and make me have to destroy the stone reserve in response. So now I have the right amount of coins. I can build a stone reserve when he takes this card. Okay, and he's only got 1 extra turn, can't afford it anyways, so this is going to go pretty rote. But there's 2 great cards. There's Glassworks, and then there's the stone reserve. So instead of going straight for the stone reserve, I realize a lot of his wonders use glass. And so for some reason I thought it might be a good idea to take out the Glassworks. Maybe that was a mess up on my part. It definitely was, and I didn't realize how bad it would be based on the card underneath it. So I used the Glassworks to waste an extra turn. I think I have 4 of them. Let's just destroy it so he doesn't have glass, and then I have 1 extra turn, but 2 great cards are there. So I just revealed a really great card for my opponent with the wood reserve. I think that is probably my stumble. As we're going through the video, please comment below if you find out in Age 2 or Age 3 if there was a bigger mess up, but I think that was where I really threw the game. Because, hey, I need stone, I have the wood, I take the stone reserve, he needs wood, and I just revealed the wood reserve to him. So, yep, he's not an idiot. He takes the wood reserve, and now he feels happy. He's got a way to get all resources. I've got a way to get all brown resources. And his Piraeus is oh so cheap right now. So I take another yellow card. I think, hey, yellow cards are great. You can always have the option to discard and get, at this point, I'd be getting 5 coins per discard. That's a good discard ratio. Discard income for coins. And then he just takes the free wood. Why not, right? Make my woods cost 3 each time. And I take the points just because I feel like the game's going to come down to points. He's going to go pushing in military. Already has. So I'm going to push him back and win in points, is my thought. And I have a little bit of a fear that he's going to go science later on. And he ends up taking the points in response. So he feels like, hey, it might go down to points as well, just to be safe, take points. Okay, especially in vanilla 7 Wonders Duel, the original without any expansions, there's a high chance the game's going to come down to points. So you can't go all in on one strategy. It's good to take those blues every once in a while, even in the 3rd age, I guess. So now we move into the 2nd age, and I get to choose who goes first, and I'm happy about that. He kind of gave that to me with his military. And then there's a really expensive barracks that nobody really wants to build unless they had clay to build the prior card. What's the prior card called? It's the garrison. Okay, so if you had the garrison, maybe buy the barracks, but other than that, it's a trash card. I want the brickyard just to make his brick cost a ton, so that Colossus will be hard for him to buy. I take the brickyard, and that's my only reason for doing that, instead of discarding the brickyard. Okay. And now Colossus costs 10. My opponent now has the chance to get the archery range. That's my favorite military card. I feel like in Age 2, I kind of like that it links up to something really expensive, and so if you get it, you don't have to worry about that. But he doesn't take that. He decides to discard that, and then at that point I start thinking, okay, if he didn't take the archery range, which would have only cost him 3 for 2 shields, and could have taken out my 2 coins if he had done that, I feel like he didn't want to reveal a science to me. We're both somewhat threatening science. So there's now 3 science cards there. We're both kind of like pressing our fingers on that nuclear button, like, are you going to go science? Am I going to go science? So I put it to rest and I discard. Oh, no. I actually take the military because I think I just really like the archery range. So maybe that was another blunder that I made, because then he starts scaring me and going all out in science. So he takes the science that was underneath the archery range. I think, okay, can't let him get the laboratory, and I discard that. And I'm thinking, okay, I have the wheel, and I have the laboratory symbol, and he's got the other 2 symbols. I'm good on... He's not going to win in a science victory, especially since there's no law out there as a progress token. He does have Mausoleum, so he may be able to come back and take that from the discard pile. But remember, I've taken away the wheel from him. So unless he gets the wheel in the second age, science is just... I'm really afraid of science at this point. A science victory. But that's not what I should have been afraid of, because he's got me in a bad situation with resources, needing to pay for resources each time. And although these yellow cards are pretty amazing, there's a weakness to that, and that is the progress token of economy. Yes, you only pay 1 coin, but you have to give that coin to your opponent when they take economy. And he uses his 1 single extra turn to be able to take that same symbol science and ensure that he gets economy. Instead of going for theology, if I was in his shoes, I would have messed that up probably and gone for theology and, gotten an extra turn with Circus Maximus, got an extra turn with Colossus and the Mausoleum, and thought, hey, theology is great to do. Now I have as many extra turns as my opponent. This is going to be all about who can build their wonders first and have extra turns. But no, he goes for economy and ensures that I'm going to be paying him the rest of the game. And it's kind of halfway through Age 2, so for the last half of the game, I pay him a ton of coins. And I think that was my blunder right there, is I allowed him to get that progress token. He could have gotten it earlier, I feel, but he waited a little bit to try to maybe get a science victory. And when he saw that wasn't going to happen, he just went all in and with the economy. Then after that, I end up paying him for each of my wonders. Made him lose 3 coins, but then kind of gave 3 coins to him with to build the Appian Way. And then, well, gave him 2 coins, I guess. But so I reveal a military card that he can't buy. I take that military, push him back, and then he constructs the courthouse for only 1 coin. So he now has a point lead on me, 14 to 10. And then it goes points the rest of the game. We're kind of realizing nobody's going to really win in military. Nobody's really going to win in science. And so you kind of see him. He builds the Circus Maximus, destroys mine. That press finally. And I'm looking and seeing there's a drawing room that I can get that paper, that papyrus resource back. And there's also the glass blower, which I'll need, especially for the Sphinx. So I'm wanting both of those, and I can't have them all. I end up discarding the science. I could have grabbed the science and gotten a progress token. Maybe urbanism would have been the right move if I had done that. That way I could have been getting coins passively, just like he's getting coins passively with economy. He takes the papyrus, which I didn't want to have happen. I discard over there. You know, maybe that was another mistake. I should have just moved on this side of the pyramid rather than worry about that science. Nah, because then he would have had 3 symbols, and then he would have used Mausoleum to get a 4th symbol. He just really had me in a tough bind, threatening science there. Of course, I could have used extra turns to stop him from getting too many science symbols in the 3rd age. But yeah, I just was afraid of science, and when it came down to it, like I have 16 coins right now, and he only has 3, but you're going to see in a moment how we're both competing in points a lot, and there I do get the glass, and then he ends with a bunch of coins, 6 coins right at the very end, and that's how I usually like to end the 2nd age. I like to threaten military a little bit and allow my opponent to have the first choice of the 3rd age. Maybe that's a bad way to play, but I like to have a little bit more of an edge in military, because there are 2 really powerful military cards, 3 shields in H3 that could come out, and that'd be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, already pushing really close to a military victory if the cards line up for it. So that's why I let my opponents kind of do that and get first dibs here. The downside of that is when a military card is one of the 2 in the very beginning. And so it is there. He takes that military card, saying, "Nope, you're not gonna even threaten a military win." And then I end up paying 2 coins to Guzang to get some more points. He takes a bunch of coins with the port. I shouldn't have let him take that either. I was just giving away tons of points. I should have revealed these 2 cards, but I didn't know what was underneath there. Had they been military, it would have been fine. I guess I just had it in my head that a military win was still possible. But I think deep down I knew it would come down to points. Science is out of the issue. It's not going to happen now. I pay some coins for the university, and I don't realize that I'm not going to be able to buy the observatory because I didn't get the linking symbol earlier. That would have been great if I had done that. Anyways, I didn't get that, and my opponent has paper, so I'm not going to be able to get both of those. That was another mistake on my part, is thinking I could get 2 linking symbols, grabbing urbanism, and then sorry, not 2 linking symbols, 2 science symbols that were the same to get that progress token, and then have a bunch of linking symbol builds in H3 to score a bunch more points and get a lot more coins. And then eventually feed those coins to my opponent, because as you can see, he's at 25 coins right now. Still losing in points, but not by much. And I'm thinking as soon as he builds one of his wonders, I should really hurry up and build the Temple of Artemis just to get 4 wonders versus 3 and a bonus extra turn. So I run and do that, and then I realize, hey, I have 16 coins, but that's going to cost me 7 coins to get only 6 coins. With my extra turn, it might be better to just get the Builders Guild and get 8 points. So I didn't plan that well, and ended up giving him that other science, which isn't too bad because I took the apothecary or the university, so it's not like he's going to get another one of these linking symbols, these progress tokens. He might have grabbed theology or something. So he doesn't even worry about that. He's realizing it's going to come down to points. And he takes the Senate, 5 points. I get 6 points from the Pantheon. Didn't need to pay for that one. I actually had the linking symbol build there. But the Town Hall is going to be really expensive, costing 6 coins for me. He realizes that and lets that one stay out there because he wants me to pay him 6 coins. He's at 33 coins, I'm at 14. And I've got to choose an age card, and I decide to keep on building and giving him some more coins, but it's not going to be a military win. I give him 4 coins, and really only gained 5 points from that. And then he builds Ship Owners Guild, gets a bunch of coins from that, and ensures that he's going to have a lot of points towards the end of the game from these guilds. Now I have a linking symbol build with Lighthouse, but he takes that from me and makes it so that I have to build that Town Hall. It just would make sense to get more points from it, even though I'm paying him 6 coins and losing 6 coins myself. So what's that, a net loss of... So I lost 2 points, gave him 2 points. That's like 4 points net, but I gained 7 points, so netted 3 points in that transaction. Guzang ends up going for points, which was a smart move there, because military is not going to matter. And then it's 41 to 47. Those 7 points really pushed it over. And then he also gets uses make sure that I can't push him too far back in military. I realize pushing him only 2 more isn't going to be enough to take away 5 coins and go into the 10 points. Everything just really lined up well for him. I feel that it was like that in the end. It could be that I just made a bunch of dumb plays. I will admit I did, but let me know if you feel like that was pretty well lined up for him in the very end. Or maybe there was something I didn't see and it was actually luck was in my favor. But yeah, the game came down. He was at 68, I was at 65. Not at all what I expected. I thought you have 4 extra turn wonders, it's a guaranteed win. But no, not even at all. He ends the game with 47 coins. That's got to be a record. I've never seen that happen before. I just was feeding him coins for that whole game. Definitely solidifies my belief that economy is one of the strongest progress tokens out there. Depends on the game. Sometimes theology is going to be better, especially based on your wonders. But in that situation, he had the opportunity to take theology, and he didn't. And it would have given him possibly 3 extra turns, 2 or 3. But he chose economy, and look at how that paid off for him completely. I'll give you the fact that I had a bunch of reserve cards, and the fact that I was missing these gray cards for a lot of the game really made me have to pay a lot of coins. So he capitalized on that and really just lost by 3 points. But man, that was just crazy. I thought for sure I had it in the bag. So let me know in the comments below anything that you observed that I didn't see. I would love to hear it. And thank you so much for watching. Take care.